नशा है रूहानी, नहीं मैं पियादा। नशा है तेरे बल पर बेफिकर मैं बना हूँ रियासत का सुल्तान प्यारा। रियासत हमारी जिस्म ये समूचा है सुल्तान हम, सल्तनत ये हमारी। हमें ही बनाता तू ज़रियाए जन्नत, फरिश्ता गुलाबी जहाँ का सितारा। क्षमा लेके ढूंढे जिसे जहाँ सारा। नहीं अब हदों की गुलामी नजारे, वतन आफताबी में आजाद सारे। तेरी बूंद को जो तरसते रहे थे, पिलाया हमें इश्क़े दरिया ही सारा। तेरी गोद का भी नशा है अनोखा, तेरा दिल मकान है जन्नत झरोखा। है दिल तख्त तेरा नशी हम है रूह है, सभी ताकतें अब है हमारी शरारा। क्षमा लेके ढूंढे जिसे जहाँ सारा।
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. And today, Baba is talking about very beautiful quality of being a true spiritual moth. And actually, he goes into the depths of understanding of what a moth is like. You know, how does it look like? What are the signs and what are the signals that one can see in their own lives and recognize for themselves? It's like Baba is showing you the mirror, and you can actually, if you have book and pen, then you can draw 2 lines and make 3 columns, and you can start to write that number 1 quality of moth, what are the signs, and then number 2 quality of the moth, and number 3. So Baba is looking at them number wise, of course, that how the one who is the closest to the flame versus the one who is little bit in the middle, and then the one who is third, and don't even ask about the fourth, right? So we will see how Baba explains, and then a lot of questions to self-check and see for ourselves, where we are in this journey. So it's Avyakt Babdada's Murli, spoken on 1st of February 1976. The title is The Spiritual Flame and the 3 Types of Spiritual Moth. Today, the spiritual flame is looking at the spiritual moths. All the moths are engaged number-wise in surrendering themselves to the one flame. The number one moths do not have, this is the first sign, the number one moths do not have any concern for themselves. That is, they have no concern of body consciousness, of day and night, of hunger or thirst, of their own physical comforts, of their rest, or anything else. So, number one quality of number one moth is that they have no concern for themselves. They are totally lost to all awareness of all physical things. That is, they are constantly merged in love for the flame. They are constantly merged in love for the flame. This is the second sign. Just as the flame has the form of light, it is the form of light and might in the same way. They themselves are the form of light and might. Third sign, that they are light and might, the form of these moths, because the Father is in the form of light and might. The second type of moth definitely become attracted to the light and might of the flame. They even wish to come close to do it. They want to come close to Baba. They want to come close to the moth. The second type of moth definitely become attracted to the light and might of the flame. They even wish to come close to it and become equal to it. But the awareness of the body and bodily relations, the awareness of physical comforts, the awareness of the tamoguni sanskars of body consciousness does not allow them to have the courage to come close. Some awareness for the self, whether in the form of their own physical comforts or bodily relations or sanskars, whatever it is, Baba is saying it does not give them that courage to come close. They constantly waste their time spinning around in the awareness of all these different things. So the first quality of the moth, they don't think for themselves. They have no concern for themselves. Whereas the second number moth is the one who is having the awareness of all the old things, constantly spinning around in the awareness of different things. The first number moths are those who are absorbed in the Father's love. That is, they adopt the form and powers that are equal to the Father's. They merge all the Father's treasures within themselves. They merge all the Father's treasures within themselves. They are those who become equal, that is, they merge in the Father, that is, they totally die alive. Right? Moth is the one who sacrifices itself to the flame. How will you sacrifice when you have nothing of yours and everything of his? Right? So there is a saying, no, in the beginning, there is something of me, something of Baba. Actually, it's everything of me, nothing of Baba. And then in the middle, something of me, something of Baba. And then at the end, it is nothing of me and everything of Baba. So that is dying alive stage, right? Completely merged in Baba's love, Baba's treasures. So Baba is saying they totally die alive. The second type is those who go around in many different types of spinning. Those who get caught up in a variety of different awarenesses. The first are those who become equal, and the second are those who constantly keep on thinking. So if you have to ask yourself, big difference, first number versus second number. So first number is the one who becomes equal. The second number is the one who is constantly thinking. Now, the third type of moths are attracted when they see the moths. So they see other Brahmins and they are attracted by their lifestyle or by their way of doing things. So that's the third quality. The third type of moths are attracted when they see the moths. They even think about it, but they are constantly caught up in conflict. That is, they wish to keep their feet in two boats. Conflict between head and heart, perhaps, or conflict between this world and that world, or conflict between Lokik and non-Lokik. So Baba is saying they wish to keep their feet in two boats. They want the temporary happiness that Maya offers, and they also want the imperishable attainment from the Father, the flame. These are the moths who constantly keep on asking questions. So first versus second versus third. First, ones who become equal. Second, those who are still thinking. Third, those who are constantly asking questions. The second variety is those who think about it, and the third variety is those who question about it. Should I do this or not? Will there be attainment or not? Is it possible or not? Is it difficult or is it easy? Is this the only true path or are there other paths? They constantly question themselves and ask the experienced souls also. They have the desire, but lack the courage to become completely ignorant of even the knowledge of desire. They wish to meet the Father, but they do not want to die alive. Their heart sinks when they have to die alive, or if they have to leave something. These three types of moth come to surrender themselves to the flame. Now, Baba is saying, ask yourself, what type of moth am I? All of us are number one, right? No more questions, no more wasteful thinking. We've died alive, right? Baba says, has the spinning in the different types of awareness finished? Or is there still something that pulls you towards itself? If even now, Baba is saying, if even now you still go around in the awareness of something wasteful, you cannot attain the confluence-aged title of being a spinner of the discus of self-realization. So now actually, you know what Baba is doing? He's also giving us the homework or tool. So let's say, for example, if someone of you recognize that, no, I still think about, wasteful matters, or I still go into spinning about thinking about comforts or facilities or whatnot. So Baba is saying then what you can do actually is you can spin the discus of self-realization. More you spin the discus of self-realization, more the other spinnings will finish, right? So Baba is saying those who are not the spinners of the discus of self-realization, they cannot become the rulers of the globe in the future. You have spent 63 births going around in many different wasteful things. Why do you allow the same sanskars to emerge even now at the confluence age? Even against your conscious wish? Do you experience attainment or disappointment when spinning around? If you have to buy something and if you keep on going from one shop to another shop to third shop to fourth shop, you become so tired. You would rather just go to one place and get everything, right? So Baba is asking, do you experience any attainment or you feel disappointed when spinning around, having gone around the 63 births and wasted everything, having forgotten the self and the Father? Have you yet not become sufficiently tired that you still keep on going around, even after having found your destination? While having imperishable attainment, does perishable, temporary attainment still attract you? Can you still see someone who will enable you to find other destinations? Meaning, are you looking for someone who will take you to your final destination? Or is it that while knowing about the most elevated destination, you have kept the means of a temporary destination for such a time of need? There are many who are very clever in this way. They are very clever at the time of taking everything, but when it comes to renouncing, they become very clever with the Father. What cleverness do they show? At the time of renouncing something, they become very innocent. I am still an effort maker. I will be able to renounce it at the right time. Circumstances are such. The karmic accounts are very strong. I wish to do it, but what can I do? It will happen gradually, right? Even for physical gross level changes, right? Just to change your diet habits or your morning habits. Some people always have an excuse, right? And so Baba is saying they become very innocent in that way, in a wrong way actually, and then they keep blaming the circumstance or keep blaming their karmic accounts or the situations that they are in. And they say that not right now, it will happen gradually. They become very innocent in this way and they make excuses. They even begin to give knowledge to the knowledgeful Father. They relate the stories of their own karma to the one who knows the philosophy of karma. Hmm. Right? Baba is Jani Jananhar. He knows your story. He knows everything in and out, right? Couple days back, Baba said in the Sakkar Murli, he knows everything what is there. Or Sunday, I think, Sunday's Murli, he said that he knows everything what's going on inside, what you're thinking. So Baba is saying that they become clever with the one who is the ocean of knowledge of karma philosophy. And then at the time of taking, they become very clever. What do they say when they become very clever? You are the merciful one. You are the bestower of blessings. I also have a right. And since I have become your child, I should also have the full right. So in taking, they want to take everything. And in renouncing, they keep something hidden away. That is, they hold on to their old sanskars, their old nature and old relations. They want to hold on to that at the same time. And so this is being clever, is it not? Like you want laddu in this hand and also in that hand. How is it possible? They want to claim the full share, but only give according to their capacity. What status would those who are clever in this way attain? What cleverness does the drama reveal to those who become clever in this way? Then Baba is also clever, no? And forget Baba, drama is also clever. What cleverness drama will show? Everyone has a right to heaven, but everyone is number wise in the kingdom. The Father gives everyone the inheritance of heaven, but each one's seed is according to their number. According to the drama, they attain the status according to the effort that they have made. What is the cleverness drama shows? That they will attain the status according to the effort that they have made. The Father does not give a number. He does not give different knowledge to those who are to become kings and different knowledge to those who are to become subjects. The study he teaches to those who are to become part of the Sun dynasty is not different from that of those who are to become part of the Moon dynasty. He does not stamp some with the stamp of being a Maharathi and some with that of being a horse rider. So at the level of Baba, when it comes to giving gyan, he's not doing he's not creating any kind of difference in the treatment that he gives or knowledge that he gives or understanding that he gives. But Baba is saying, however, according to the drama, whatever effort one makes, one receives a status accordingly. Therefore, just as you become clever in taking, so too become clever in giving. This is another yukti. First yukti Baba was saying is become a spinner of the discus of self-realization. The more I spin the discus of self-realization, the more I will become the world master, right? Chakra and Chakravarti Raja. These are the two rhyming words Baba will use. So if you spin the chakra, you will become the Chakravarti Raja. So Baba is saying that similarly now, if you really want to claim a high status, right, then we have to be clever in taking, but also be very clever in giving. How I can give, what ways I can create for myself to give, how many seeds can I sow, right? So I have to become very clever in giving, Baba is saying. Do not be innocent. It's a very good topic to churn, clever in taking, clever in giving. Baba is saying, do not be innocent. Know the cleverness of Maya and become the conquerors of Maya. Become the conquerors of Maya. Check that instead of one correct destination, you're not still holding on to many temporary destinations where the intellect wanders even against your conscious wish. When the intellect wanders somewhere, it means that it still has another destination. So now Baba is saying check and finish all limited destinations. Otherwise, these destinations will distance you from the one most elevated destination. Right? If I have to go to point A, then point B, then point C, and the most elevated one is point C. There is a straight path to point C, but if I want to go to A, B, C, D, of course it will make the distance longer, no? Rather than going straight. So Baba is saying if you have other destinations, then those destinations will create a distance between you and the most elevated destination. The father gives very clear Srimad of how to do something, and the children then begin to question it, saying, how should I do it? Kaise kare? Now finish how and begin to move along as the father is making you move. Aise kare. Kaise? No. How? Not how, but he's saying, do it like this, how I am doing. Acha to the number one, moths, the lighthouses and might houses who are equal to the flame. To those who finish all the different types of spinning and become the spinners of the discus of self-realization. To those who claim a right to becoming the masters of the world. To those who take every step according to the Father's Srimad. To those who accumulate an elevated income of multi-millions at every step. To the moths who constantly remain absorbed in the Father's love, remembrance, and namaste from the Father, the flame. And we, spiritual children, say namaste to the spiritual Father. It's a very short Murli, but it's very, very powerful. And because we have little bit of time, I was thinking I just want to share this one story about giving in a very clever way. There was this old Mataji who used to come to the center. The center class would start at 7 a.m. and she would come like 5-10 minutes late, and then she would bring one coin with her, 1 rupee coin. This is a story from India, some Indian center. So she would bring this 1 rupee coin, and you know how in the centers, I don't know how it is in other places, but when I was in Pune, the sister would sit in the front, and there was Baba's box on the right hand side on the wall, and the students would sit on the floor or chair wherever in the hall. So the Mataji would come and she would drop that 1 rupee coin in that box, and so everybody would know because the coin makes noise, right? So everybody would know that she has put something in Baba's box, and then even before finishing the Murli, she would get up and go. Excuse me. So one day, 3, 4 students in the class, they went to the sister and they said, "Sister, you should say something to this Mataji. Either she should come before time and then put the coin, or she should wait until the class ends and then put the coin, or something. She has to find a yukti because it disturbs everyone." Oh, Girish Bhai told this story. So you all know the story?
You can repeat though.
Okay. If you know the story, then you know the end. Nah?
Few
So
of them may know it, not everyone. So you can continue sharing the story.
Acha. So then the sister thinks, no, it's not good to say anything to somebody like that. But still she, because there is pressure from the students, so she says, okay, let me talk to this Mataji. So one time she finds time and she talks to her and she says, you come late and you go early. Why don't you actually put in, like, for the whole week, $7 or $10, and every 10 days you can do it. So you have to do it only like 4 times in the month and all that she was saying. So then this Mataji told that I am not from very well to do, like my condition. I'm the breadwinner for the whole family. My kids are small, so I have to prepare this batter of idli and sell it. So people are going to work. Before going, sometimes they will buy. So I have to be there for like 10 minutes. And then as soon as, so sometimes it happens that children's parents come to drop them to the school. So I have to sell these idlis. So I have to prepare them early. And so I leave early. And so I can do only this way. And sister, if I die tomorrow, let's say, for example, 4 days, I have 4 rupees, and I die on the 4th day, or I die on the 5th day, then that 4 rupees or that 5 rupees, I didn't put in Baba's box. Mm. You see how beautiful her intellect was? I mean, so subtly she was thinking that if I have to keep this 10-day period, then what happens if I die in between that 10-day? Even if it is 1 day late, let's say, even if she dies on after 1 day, that 1 rupee that she could have put in Baba's box, she won't be able to put. Of course, for you and me, it feels like 1 rupee is nothing, but for her, it is a big value. For Baba, it is very big because Baba is looking at the bhavna. So this is the cleverness we are talking about when it comes to giving. Of course, we have to be clever in receiving as well. We have to understand how to receive from Baba, right? And today Baba is saying you also have to be clever in how to give in the yajna. So very, very subtle, I felt. I really loved that story. It stuck with me. So I feel the understanding of the law of the philosophy of karma is so deep and so subtle. How much ever we try to understand, we still don't understand the whole integrity of it. So Baba is saying, like, you have to really pay attention. How we talk to Baba, what reasons are we giving to Baba, why we are not making the effort that we are ought to make. This is the only time. So I was feeling that I really love this Murli, and I heard from Rakhi Ben that you are fortunate because tomorrow this is the Murli that will be actually taken up for Manthan. And there's this brother Arif from Abu Dhabi. You all know him, right? And he will be doing a beautiful session. So I will stop there, and perhaps whoever wants to share or comment or add, please feel free to do so.
Om Shanti. The Baba has given all the three parameters for different modes. The thing that touched me was the distinction between being clever and being innocent. How smartly Baba has given us how you need to be smart enough to understand who's clever and who's innocent. So while taking, one become very clever, and while giving, will have reasons to not to give. So to distinguish between being clever and innocent is a practice for me to take back.
Very nice. Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Wonderful Murli session, and the story was very heart touching. It touched the heart. Actually, yes, I think this is a takeaway that I must see not only in terms of the money, but the bhavana behind giving not only money, but also karmana seva and sankalp seva, mansa seva. Am I giving? What if I die the next moment? What happens to this moment? Means, have I made it suffer in getting that thought to the elevated level? So I think that's a great message. And the second point which struck me is each one's seat is according to their number. And drama, how beautiful drama. Drama is also like Ma. Drama. And that Ma is very strict and very accurate. So drama gives these numbers, I mean the status as per, based on the efforts.
Yeah.
So, and father is nyara and pyara. Father is nyara and pyara. Father doesn't allot these numbers. Father is just smiling. That drama plays the role. So I think that's a great point to increase our purusharth and be attentive, be in right awareness, that number one awareness, number one moth awareness, that always constantly be merged in love that for the flame. That is the only way we can make every moment suffer. That would be my endeavor. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, whenever Baba gives these kind of analogies, whether it's a moth, whether it's a butterfly, or whether it's any other with nature when it goes, I would always like to go deep down into that analogy, because simply Baba is not going to refer these kind of natural or nocturnal things, unless he knows he wants to drive home point. Or maybe Baba himself likes, Shiv Baba likes those things, their qualities, and he brings. So when the word moth comes, I'm talking about, I don't know whether it was 2020 Murli or something. I just used to go down to find out what is this moth. You see, unlike a butterfly, moths are not beautiful. They cannot even attract. And like Baba is giving you so many kinds of moths, he says buzzing moth, he says spiritual moths, he says 3 categories of moths. There are also locally, they say white moths, they say brown moths, and they say flying moths. Everything has got a particular significance, you see. But I always used to think, what is that? Why the moth is generally given in knowledge? It's like life is evolving, life is changing. Try to embrace the change and get new experience. Otherwise, literally speaking, moth is nothing but just death and rebirth. That's what I learned, darkness and night. So reminding a person of what is going to be the ending, what is going to be the final moments. But it's also designs one thing, that it's a new beginning, which is what I like. Like Brahma Baba not only had one eye of destruction, he also had in the other eye the beautiful world. And secondly, the second quality of moth is, whatever is your weaknesses you have within you, if you want to be a better person, you have to embrace it. So that quality also, I don't remember the Murli that Baba has said. But the most important quality which Baba likes and I also love, with the lovely Lokik song, that Shama Parwana song, when it comes, it's such a beautiful visual thing. Like, I am the moth and I'm just going, flying in love to my Parwana, and the complete total surrender, what I feel. So that surrender part is what actually Baba is trying to hint here. Just what a beautiful picture, like moths I go, and to that Param Jyoti Punj, my father, I just go. It's like that those days Sati, how they used to do, just go and sit in the flame, and when your husband dies. So I used to think, what was that which pulled those people towards the fire? But that was physical level, and that was just, maybe they're sometimes forcibly pushed. But here it's not like that. What a flame, beautiful, pure figure should Shiv Baba be, that we are all together attracted to that. So I have to have total faith in that flame, that I may go, but I'll not perish. I'll not get burnt to ashes. That's the thing I just wanted to first initially tell you about the moth, which I like. I go star. I don't hide myself naked. I just go to the Lord and I get absorbed in it. That's the beautiful feeling which I have whenever Baba speaks about a spiritual moth.
Oh, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Please share.
Yeah. So I like this point that which Baba talked about the cleverness of children. So Baba says while taking every children, everybody wants to take everything, and they also become so clever that saying, Baba, you're so merciful, you're bestower, blessing, and so on and so on. But while giving, they become so. They don't give everything, so they hold on to their whole sanskars and everything. They hide everything. So not only that, but I think while giving the other things also, I think this has come in one of the Sakar Murli once, that while giving or supporting the yajna, some people don't give everything, but when they are asked, right, what they want is they want to become Lakshmi or Narayan. So while taking the fruit, they want to take the complete, but while giving, they become so clever. So, so today's checkpoint for me, that how much I am taking and how much I am giving. Am I holding on to any of my old sanskar relations, or in terms of giving and supporting this unlimited yagya, am I being clever? So those checking points I'm taking with me for today. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. When you were saying that they become clever in giving and supporting the yagya, I was also remembering that sometimes when some people bring some things to the center, if they are not using it, or if that is not of very good quality, then where should it be given? Then they think, oh, let's give it to the center. So, something of not good quality also, sometimes when you give, that means also you're becoming clever in giving, right? So, there are many aspects to this cleverness. So it's a very subtle thing that internally I have to check when I sit with Baba. But it's a very nice churning point, I feel. Yeah. Mm.
Right. Yeah.
Sister, I had a small doubt. Like, I'll
Instead
come
of
back to
saying
what
small doubt, Girijaben, you say, I have a small question. That's better.
No, I'll tell you why I use the word doubt, because I may
Uh-huh.
be wrong at term. The reason is, see, I remember there used to be a Dadi called as Dadi Gangi.
Mm.
And Baba always used to say that she had a spiritual glow in her, which used to attract others, not to her, but to the Supreme Soul. Okay. So when that was mentioned, I really used to think the sign of a moth is to get the self attracted to the Supreme Soul. But in today's Murli, when you were reading about the third type of moths, I could relate that to Dadi Gange. The third type of the moths are those who are attracted when they see the moths. So
No. Sorry, finish. Go ahead. Yeah.
So the third type of moths are attracted when they see the moths. So that when it was there, I couldn't just place it. Then I said, okay, is it the sign of a moth to have a glow, to go closer to the flame, or to be to attract other souls to the Supreme Soul? That's why I said this. Between these two, what should be the peak quality of a moth? That's what I meant by a doubt.
Okay, so the number one quality of the moth has become equal. Baba says they will become equal. They will merge all Baba's treasures into themselves. And so themselves, they will become very attractive. And so this is a good sign for the number one quality of the soul, that they have become so much equal to the Father. But they didn't come to the Father looking at some other moth. They came to the Father because they saw the Father. Maybe, let's say, even if you come looking at some other moth, but you should reach a stage in your journey where now you're not looking at any other moth. Baba never said look at brothers and sisters, or he always says don't do any parchintan or pardarshan, but you only have to look at Baba. But there are souls in the world or in Brahmin family who themselves cannot see Baba as he is. So this is the question of recognition. How much have I truly recognized Baba as he is, who he is, how he is, And when there's lack of that recognition, then I see the soul who has become equal to Baba. And I get attracted to this person's lifestyle or this person's way of living or this person's sanskars. And I just see Baba through them. But I actually am not looking at Baba directly. It's via somebody. Yeah. So it's different. Like some people would say, sister, I want to be like you. But it's not like they want to be like me. They really want to be like Baba, but they can't see Baba in that moment. Right? So initial phase, okay, you come as third quality of soul, but you have to reach a stage in your journey where you yourself become number one moth, and you yourself become so attractive that your face, your lifestyle, your way of doing things, it attracts other people, other souls to Baba. They would want to know, what have you received? Why are you sparkling? Why are you so happy? They would want to know that, just looking at you. I don't know if I answered your question, but it is not what Baba is saying of the third category is that they will only look at other BKs, for example, and they will be inspired by their life, by the way they share knowledge, by the way they give lectures. So they're very impressed, and they will start the journey also. But then the question is, do they come to a point where they themselves become number one quality, or do they just remain there? And if you just remain there, then that means that's all you need. Some people say, I am listening to Shivani Ben every day, I'm getting a lot, and that's it. They don't want to do the course. They don't want to do yoga. They don't want to make any effort. They don't want to die alive. What Baba was saying, right? They don't want to do any of that. They want to be in two boats. They want to live their Lokik. Worldly attractions are also there, and then they also want imperishable things. Right? Does that make sense?
I think you read out my mind. The last part, what you said, sister, I had in my mind, but I didn't know whether I could share it. Whether, I didn't want to share such things, some loud thoughts comes in my mind. It's not that question of thing. It's just that I want my mind to be,
Mhm.
clutter free of all these. And you already read the thought in my mind that you said, because when I said that, yes, I don't want to just attract others towards me. Maybe I'm an immigration point, a gate
But that's
point.
not your mistake. That's not like if people are attracted to Sister Shivani, that's not Sister Shivani's mistake. She's doing what she's doing perfectly accurate. But it is the souls who can
Souls.
only receive that much.
Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Shanti,
Yes, brother. Om Shanti.
it's nice Murli. And in this Murli, I scale it as scale 3, scale 2, and scale 1. Just like yesterday's Murli, the star of hope, lucky star, and success. We start with the hope, and it is said that we came to Baba and we know who Baba is. That is, we are Bhagyasali. And we start doing Purusharth, we become Swabhagyasali. And after doing Purusharth, we attain a state when we become Bap Saman, that is successful. Similarly, in this Murli, today's Murli also, that the Moths quality, starting with scale number 3, and then again enhancing to scale 2. And when is totally submerged in the love of Baba, when it's become totally fida, Bab par pura fida ho gaye, that is success. And that is a state when he's lost all the awareness, totally combined with Baba. खुद को भी भूल गए हैं. Do not have any concern of body conscious. Physical, totally lost. And as like Baba, become light and mind. I would like to add 3 lines. Just while hearing the Murli, I just got it. फिदा हो गए हैं, फिदा हो गए हैं, फिदा हो गए हम, फिदा हो गए हैं, फिदा हो गए हम, फिदा हो गए हैं. जीवन को किया प्रभु को अर्पण, जीवन को किया प्रभु को अर्पण, हो गए हम पूर्ण समर्पण, हो गए हम पूर्ण समर्पण. When we lose all our body consciousness, when we become bodiless, we become Dehi Abhiman, we are connected to Baba and we become combined. That and we hand over ourselves to Baba. That is the state of the first Murli, lost all the awareness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Anyone else wants to share?
Sister Girja sister has asked a particular, I think, question or some churning on the chat box. Maybe we can churn on that for a minute.
They wish to meet the Father but don't want to die alive. Sister, could you turn on this? Okay. So it's the kind of same thing, like, they understand Baba as God, right? They realize to some degree, that he's God and has many powers and has many treasures. So they want to meet Baba. Many will come and tell me, I want to go to Madhuban, but I'm still eating onion and garlic. I want to go to Madhuban, but I am still. So, they have the desire to meet the Father. but then something is stopping them, right? They are not courageous enough to take that step and say, okay, this is what I'm going to. If they really would have understood Baba, then how is it difficult to follow Baba's Srimad? It's not maybe for first few months, okay, you might not accept it immediately and you would take your own time. That's fine. But if you are in knowledge for like 5 years, 4 years, then and there is no change, then what does it mean? It means that there is desire, but then there is no effort. There is no courage to die alive. There is no courage to leave something, renounce the taste of onion and garlic, renounce the taste of socialism, renounce the interest that is there in, fashion or whatever. I don't know. I'm just giving some examples, but there can be so many things that pull our attention and distract us from being in connection with Baba. So too much body consciousness, sometimes, and that is what I think Baba is saying. But others can chime in and share your thoughts. What do you feel?
Om Shanti. I would like to add one line.
Yes.
As the sister said, for going Madhuban, you have to first nullify the negativities within, and then we can go. Then only you can experience that love from Baba. What I always do, the churning within myself. That one day the sister asked, "आपको मधुबन जाना है?" ऐसे तो मधुबन सबको जाना है, लेकिन क्या आप जा रहे हैं मधुबन? Actually, my ticket was not ready. The physical ticket, which we take it from the station, that was not ready. But the Purusharth within was there. Just to hear the lines which I will say now. आपको मधुबन जाना है? The second line, आपको मधुबन जाना है. First yatra is the स्थूल yatra, and the second yatra कि मुझे मधुबन जाना है. That means मुझे sweet बन जाना है. I have to become sweet. So both the journeys should be together. The first journey that I am going to Madhuban with the ticket on the train or by the plane, and the second journey within the Sukshma Yatra कि मुझे मधु बन जाना है. I have to become sweet, and this sweetness can be attained by the process that is called Srimad of Baba. As we follow Srimad of Baba, that means we are doing a journey within. That बाह्य मुक्ता से अंत मुक्ता के अंदर में भी एक यात्रा चल रही है, and the स्थूल yatra is also going on. When both the journeys together, then only when we will reach Madhuban, we will experience the love of Baba, and then only we will lose all our awareness and will experience the light and might of Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Okay, shall we close here, Rakiben?
Yes, Didi, we can have a short meditation and close.
Okay, all right. Om Shanti. Seeing myself as a beautiful moth, spiritual moth that has recognized the flame. Not only recognized, but is completely surrender. I see myself in this moment being completely attracted by the big flame. Allow your mind and intellect to go beyond into the world of silence. In 1 second, I find myself to be extremely close to the beloved Father. the flame is constantly ignited, constantly radiating his light, constantly calling upon me, constantly invoking my presence. So here I am. I am free from questions, definitely free from extreme thinking. I have recognized and I have decided I am the one to completely surrender. The obedient one, the faithful one, the one with the loyal heart. I have only one Baba in my heart. I see Baba, I sit with Baba, I listen to Baba. My whole world revolves around Baba. So I allow myself to become free from all the other awarenesses. I see myself just like being a tiny little flame as I merge into his love. We are two, but seems like in this union of the soul and the Supreme Soul, there is complete oneness. Nothing of the old self remains in this form. I merge all Baba's sanskars into myself. I merge all his powers into myself. His light, his treasures, his love, everything. I become equal to Baba. See yourself as bright as the flame, as beautiful as the flame, as powerful as the flame, as equal as the flame, completely equal. I stay absorbed and I show no form of cleverness, for the innocent Lord is pleased by my honesty and sincerity. So I make clever efforts in coming close to Baba. I make good efforts to increase my worthiness of remaining close to Baba. And no matter where I am and with who I come into connection and contact with, the rest of the day, I will maintain this awareness that I am the moth who has died alive. So everything I think, I speak, I feel, I do, everything will be according to Srimad. And this is how I will showcase the proof of my love for the one beloved flame. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Tina Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. Let's experience all these three stages and come prepared tomorrow as to where we are to have a deeper manthan on the same Murli. See you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.